Hey y'all, welcome to Wyvern's next video. This video will cover from day 4 all the way until I get the tag off. In it, we work through some aggression and reactivity. Here I think the string hit the hay net on the other side of her and that sound spooked her. So although it's definitely just a curious bite and not her showing any aggression, I still wanted to send her away just a little bit to let her know that's not okay.
You are so jumpy. I'm gonna do a little more work on this side. So good.
So I wanted to get her used to the feeling and the sound of the tag moving around as early as possible, so I did that with the end of the stick.
Just curiosity, it's not aggression. No, I'm asking you that now.
I began to slowly walk my way up on the stick, getting closer and closer to her neck while holding my hand out. If you watch her expression, you can see she's still pretty nervous about me, even just stroking her face.
Okay. Yeah, hold your hand in that spot, don't touch. Now you can release.
In my previous video, you could see me trying to stroke her face while her head was still bobbing around. What Camille told me was that I need to hold my hand still until she stops bobbing her head around and then release there. Once she got comfortable with that, I could stroke her face again, as you see here.
There you go. You gonna go out and get her?
Pretty much.
Lights on her, next time I get. Wow.
Whenever
Side of her face.
whenever our kid gets an NFL scholarship, I'll come. Have you not seen those Vines or those TikToks or whatever?
Good, Ellen.
Where it's
Yeah.
it's like my dad coming back when I'm success and see if there's any single player games I can buy for like $3 or $4.
Yeah, back to that
My
spot
life for a while, single player games.
and release when she's happy.
At least until the baby's like, I don't know, 6 months old and can play games, right?
Wait, what? I was focusing on the horse. I wasn't listening. Almost. Wait till that spot on the side of her face is good. There you go.
No, what the plan is we're gonna hobble her, but all 4 legs together.
And tie her to a tree.
And then
Drive a car
wrap
around her.
another rope around all of her legs, and
Step
then
in front. Come on.
and then I'm gonna run full force into her side and trip her over, and then you touch the side of her face while she's on the floor.
I think you should change directions when she does that and bring her back.
I would rather when you felt me walk forward to kill Ellen.
I'd prefer she killed Ellen, to be honest, but that's just me.
It would make you laugh. Alright, today is day 6 with this curious girl. And I'm going to show you what we've been working on. And hold it there for a few seconds. Prince, can you not?
Her reaction to when I scare her sometimes is to try and threaten me and see if that'll make me go away. And so here, I think I went a bit further down her nose than she was perhaps used to. And so that different sensation may have scared her a little. And I just wanted to show her that threatening me is not really the way to go. If she wants to leave, she can leave. She's totally free to leave. But she's not allowed to threaten me. So you can see the result of me holding my hand in her space and waiting for her to stop head bobbing was that she got pretty comfortable with me just holding my hand right on her skin for longer periods of time, which is necessary to get her comfortable for haltering and everything that comes later. So I'm just waiting until she gives me a nice pleasant expression to make her realize that threatening me isn't going to make me go away. So I also worked a little on touching the side of her face with the back of my knuckles, although I didn't do it too much until I got the halter on. So I worked a bit on touching her with the stick in my hand at the same time, with the eventual goal of being able to replace the stick with my hand and just pet her neck with my hand. No flinching or anything. Grab the tag and let it go. Good girl. Sure about that, baby? No. As I've probably mentioned about a million times, I really try and keep my horses as calm and confident as possible, but sometimes these things happen, and sometimes horses, especially Mustangs' reactions to things that scare them is to try and fight them. So even though I'm trying to keep her calm and happy, sometimes that fight response still comes out. And so I really don't like punishing horses at all, especially not for expressing themselves, but I really want her to express herself in a safe way and not a dangerous way. And so I send her away to just let her know that biting me is not the right answer. And that was definitely not the first time she tried to bite me, but it was the first time I caught it on camera, at least the first time I caught a rather aggressive bite on camera and not just a curious snip. So unfortunately that experience and a few other spooks that I didn't happen to catch on camera kind of set her back a bit, and she didn't trust me as much with handling the tag as she had trusted me before, which was disappointing because it did set our progress back. And while I had thought we might get the tag off on that night, unfortunately it ended up taking much longer. Hey y'all, today is Saturday, day 7 since I started working with her, and I haven't been filming much the past couple days because there hasn't really been anything new to film, but I wanted to show you what we've been doing. She got pretty scared the other day when I tried to take her tag off. She maybe was not quite ready for that yet.
then she didn't want to let me touch her neck for a while, and she would let me touch her neck, but as soon as I started reaching for the tag, she got really scared and she ran away. Or a couple times she threatened to strike out at me, and once she actually did. Or twice she actually did. Made my way over to the tag, holding off her skin. Muscles in her neck tensed up as she lowered her head. They're a sign that she's getting nervous and that I should release Sin before she scoots. Kind of predicted that I was going to go for the tag, and she got nervous.
And then again. Oh, wait. She's checking you out. Okay, go ahead. And then again. Follow. There you go. Good. You can release that one. Good. You can spend a little more time there now. Good. Good. Good.
She continued to be pretty spooky about the tag for the next couple days, so I just tried to take it slow. So after some spooks kind of set us back a bit, I started using some more counter conditioning to get her comfortable with me touching the tag. So I just had some soaked alfalfa in my treat pouch because she wouldn't take dry alfalfa, and I was just placing it in that feed bucket because she wouldn't take food out of my hand yet. So I just did a whole bunch of repetition off camera. She's the kind of horse that, when she gets nervous, she will get pretty upset at whatever's making her nervous. At this point, she had already nipped at me several times and struck out at me probably 3 or 4 times, and she would do it a couple more times after that. So while I already try to keep horses as calm and confident as possible, I have to be extra careful with her so that I don't get hurt. Most of the time, she just made these angry expressions, which I know isn't real anger, it's just because she's scared. So we moved Camille's horse over to the round pen, which gave us more space to open up this mare's pen. And so if she will just get out of my way, she's being too friendly tonight. Hi, baby. Can you get out of my way? So we were able to move the panels around and try and avoid having so many corners. And so now we have a lot more space to work in, which is great. And over here we have her little feed station with her licket and her salt lick. After moving the panels and opening her pen up a bit more, she became a lot more relaxed. I think part of it is due to all the little trust building exercises we've been doing, just all the approach and retreat and working with the stick and string. I've also been doing some work on her offside. It's mostly just the same stuff that I did on her right side.
So I'm just spending a whole lot of quality time around her, not so much time like really fixating on that tag. And I think it will help a lot. She's not quite as, for lack of a better word, grumpy as she was even just this morning. She hasn't struck at me in a few hours, which is pretty good.
After doing some off-camera work on her offside, I finally reached out and touched it. I like having these videos to look back on because you notice things that you didn't even see in the moment, like her expression there was absolutely murderous.
You scared yourself, silly girl. The one thing I did with my last mare, Everest, is spend a lot of time scratching down, seeing if she would slow her head for me good and relax with me. Good. Just really work on her relaxing in my presence. And it's important that you don't force it down. You just kind of encourage them. If they're not ready for it, they're not ready for it. Surprise. Oh my goodness! That was a good face. Do you see what I'm dealing with? It's not even touch her, just kind of urge her away from me. Remind her that I have boundaries. Okay. That's what happens when you walk into the stick, Wyvern. Good, so I moved it a little more. I just moved it some more. I know. She's really not happy about it, but I really want to get her moving along. I've already been taking it extremely slow and being very, very, very patient with her. But I really need to get some dewormer in her and some ulcer medication so she can start gaining weight. And she's going to be so much happier then. So I don't know how the tag removal will look. I don't know if she's going to be like kind of moving around, being a little antsy, which is not ideal, but I really need to. Hey girly. I really need to get it done and get her moving along. She's going to be so much happier that way. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good girl. Oh, poor girl. Good girl. She's chewing. Okay, so I've got it almost all the way through that hole, and if I can get it through, I'm going to call Camilla to get some tag removal photos. My phone to get a better angle on it. So she may move around, she may be antsy, she may make some, angry faces at me, but it's not ideal, but I really think it's best for her. Get this done, get the halter on, get her leading, get her accepting medication, and get her really settling into domestic life. I don't like leaving horses in this kind of limbo state where they're half wild, half domestic, I'm going to be happier when I can fun her out with her buddies. And so I say nice. Good. So I got it through the first loop. Good girl. Hey. Be nice. Now we're just waiting on Camille. Good. So I got it through the first loop. Good girl. Hey. Be nice.
It's kind of hard to do this one-handed, plus the end of the string on the tag was pretty frayed, so it was hard to get it through the metal ring. I also have to apologize for the bad camera angle, but I got it off eventually. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video where she learns how to be haltered and led.